Savannah, occupational therapy assistant, currently working on my master's in occupational therapy. This is my little man, Joey. Joey, say hi. Hey, say hi.
Hi.
This morning he's going to eat his yogurt, and I wanted to show you a couple of things about like grip for children as they grow, different kinds of grasses they're using, and like common things to look for when you're first meeting a kid, or like as you're seeing a patient, to help you to help you in your treatment sessions. So here's his yogurt. He got a fancy one because it's protein. Joey's, get back.
I name is the Bean.
Yeah, let's get back.
My name is the Bean.
Sit. Here, enjoy your yogurt. You eat one. Yeah, make sure you mix it.
I dumped it.
You did dump it. So, as you can see, he's starting out with just poorly eating in the car. So positioning is important when you're looking at how a kid is holding something, how they're using things, what they're doing.
I am a mommy.
But you can see here that he's already starting with his pronated grasp. So he's got like a pronate palmar going on. But that's like, so he's 4, but he's like, it's August, and it's just, what month is it now? Oh my gosh, it's November. And so he's a newer 4, and he's still learning these things. But if I cue him to be like, hey Joey, thumbs up. Hold your spoon, thumbs up.
Oh.
Then he'll switch, and he can do a nice.
Eva, you're telling me.
I didn't copy you. I'm talking about you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's different. There we go. Good camera. I'll quit moving it. Sorry. But now if you do thumbs up, and then they're able to scoop with a nice like tripod grasp, which is what you're looking for, because that builds those muscles up for when you're writing. You want them to hold it this way. So they're eating like this, they're probably going to write like this, and that's really hard and not steady handwriting. So you can see now he's doing a really good one, but after a while you might transition back, and that's because those muscles aren't built up. And so it's important to build those muscles as well as work on the new grasp. And so for him, because he's in that transition period, then that's okay. We want him to build those muscles so he's not like writing without having the true strength of those intrinsic hand muscles in the palm of your hand. So when kids are born, their hands are really fatty. They're just because they haven't built up those muscles. So my hand has a good, like, I can hold, you know, water in the palm of my hand. His hands are more, Joey, go like this. See how it's more flat? He doesn't have that yet. It's chunky. Which is why cups are nice for when you're teaching kids how to brush their teeth, because they really can't make that scoop to be able to, like, you know, rinse out their mouth. And the cup is easier, and then you work on that lip closure and all of those things, and it's less aversive than having like a handful of water in your face. So it's just some things to look on while you're doing it. Good job, bud. See here again, big bite size. Kids are fun to watch eat. But eating is a whole different concept. If you want more information on that, there's lots of information out there about like feeding tutorials. You can look for CEUs about feeding. So for him, like, the yogurt is a key lime, and so like that in itself could be a texture that the kids don't like. Having the yogurt, the flavor of the yogurt, having the mix-ins, that's a whole different thing that is important to look into and be aware of when a kid is eating. If they are eating poorly because of their sensory aversions to what they're eating, or if it's truly just like a hand strengthening thing that they need to work on. And so what I've noticed is with my little man, so yes, he does eat like this sometimes, and other times I can cue him and he'll flip his thumbs up and he'll do his good grasp. He's having the same thing with his writing. And so when he's doing his tracings, you can see that it's really wiggly. His lines aren't smooth and straight. They're very jagged and all over the place. And that's because of the hand weakness, but also because of his positioning. And so when he's writing, he's tending to have his arm floating up in the air. So he's using more of his shoulder to write with, instead of using a good tripod grasp against the tabletop. And so just cueing them kids to like keep their hands down, you don't want them floating, those kind of things. And so you're able to work on that and get a better outcome for your kids' handwriting when they're working on it. I also like to use visual cues. One of my favorite things to work on is rainbow tracing. And so it has the kids go through, they like to do the rainbow, and it gives you at least 6 to 8 opportunities to actually trace the shape, and you can really see their endurance, their tolerance for the activity, and how well they're like visually tracing it. And so for here you can see that Joey's is very wiggly, and that's because his arm was floating. And so he had his shoulder up in the air. He's trying to write, but then he's tired. And his shoulders are tired because he's not using the handwriting muscles. He's using his shoulder muscles. And that's what causes him to have issues at school. He's writing at 5 letters, and then he's running off and he's saying it's too hard. He doesn't want to do it. And so realizing that as his therapist and his mother, I'm able to help him build those intrinsic muscles up and help him with his better handwriting. So now I can tell him, I'm like, put your arm down, like pinky's on the table, and he's like, oh, and then he's able to write this way instead of writing like this. You want to see? Here, bud. Show me how you trace. Can you trace a square? A rectangle?
No, totally.
You can color it. So here he is coloring, and you can see after a while.
Don't blow, Peter, it was too hard. Hand. Oh.
Again, if you're having them sit in a poorly positioned area, you're going to see more of that kyphosis curve. You're going to see them get tired. They're having to bend down. They're using the wrong set of muscles. You want them to be at a good 90-90 for sitting, and then have their elbows supported where their wrist can move, and they can actually use their finger muscles instead of their arm muscles to work. Imagine writing a paper like this as you get older. No, it would be exhausting. There we go. And that's when you see them like switch around, they change colors, they switch hands, all sorts of things for them because they're not able to express like, hey, my arm hurts. And it's because they're using the wrong muscles that their arm actually hurts. And so we have to build up those muscles doing fine motor strengthening. I like to do tweezers and scooping, anything with like little manipulatives to make the kids like really have to work on those good tripod or tip pitch grasp. Stacking blocks, doing Legos, anything the kid really likes to do, and even doing it in other positionings, such as like prone, or if you have them on an incline. I've been doing a lot of stair writing with some of my wiggly kids because it makes them get in a plank position on an incline, so they're getting really good weight bearing through their shoulders, and then they're able to steady their hand and really focus on what they're doing because their body's busy so their brain can work. And that's one of the key things when working with pediatrics, is getting their bodies busy so that their brains can grow. And finding that balance for every kid is different. And so really getting to know their patients, knowing what they need, knowing what they like, seeing how their family operates and what can be useful in their home environment so that they can be successful in their daily activities. Thank you so much for listening. I hope y'all have a wonderful day and that this wasn't too bouncy of a video, but pediatrics is often adaptable, and here we are. So thank you so much. Again, I'm Savannah Pryor, occupational therapy assistant, working on my master's in occupational therapy. Thank you so much. Have a great day.